no. Smash that like button, guys. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No more sorrow. No more crying then. I apologize for my prom night pimple. I got a pimple like it's prom night. I apologize. Shout out to Unbroken in the building during survival.
And then what makes you?
I gotta wait for everybody to come in the building. Everybody who had underestimated me, everybody that thought that it was a game and thought that I was play pimping, you know what I mean? Accused me of making shit up. I want everybody to give me an apology. I'm waiting for everybody to come in the building, and I need my apologies. Gold girl in the building, gold girl. I need everyone to give me an apology. Now you don't owe me an apology if you didn't underestimate me, but for the people who underestimated me, we gotta wait for them to come in the building. This is all I was waiting for during survival. This is all I was waiting for. So I'm going to wait for everybody to come in the building. And I'm glad you didn't underestimate me, Gold Girl. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, they're taking their time and letting people, like the system is taking their very little time with letting everyone in the building. But I need everybody to come in the building so we can get these likes all the way up and we get the truth out in the ozone layer. We're going to get the truth out in the ozone layer. You know what I'm saying? And those people who underestimated Bolal's sister, they owe her an apology too. Not only do they owe me an apology, but they owe Bolal's sister an apology. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? I'm coming up here to let everybody know that something happened. You know what I mean? With someone that we care for that had the courage to stand up against the industry that stated that Will and Jada, well, mainly Jada, allegedly was trying to unalive this man. So I found it very mysterious for this man to end up in a hospital. And Tasha K, shout out to Tasha K. We got nothing but love for Tasha over here. We got nothing but love for Tasha K over here. Let's get that straight. You know what I mean? Shout out to I Am Hollywood. I Am Hollywood. Don't you know Tasha K went on her live? She was going through a lot of emotional stuff today. She bursted out in tears. Prayers for her. Tasha, keep doing your thing because you're the GOAT. I understand when you got all this weight on your shoulder and everybody expects you to carry them, pure survival, but they didn't believe in you. I know all about that. You know what I mean? But they want a handout. You know what I'm saying? And you got to keep doing what you're doing, Tasha. You know what I mean? Like you said, you built this shit from ground up. Now, Tasha K is going to have Bolal back, and I'm so glad. I just told y'all yesterday that Bolal is out the hospital. I told y'all, I told the people, look, he's out of the hospital, but he was in the hospital for pneumonia. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Tasha K confirmed it because she talked to him. And I told y'all they transferred him allegedly to a mental facility. You know what I'm saying? This is what they told his sister. So clearly, they must have lied about that. Or if he was talking to Tasha from the mental facility, whatever the case may be, I'm just glad that Bolal is a survivor. that he's alive. And I wanted to come make sure for all the people that didn't see Tasha K, she confirmed what I told y'all.
Happy, and I should live this way because you say this is the way I should live. That is a freedom that, it's priceless. It's priceless, for real. Okay, real quick, I'll tell y'all this before we get into why we're here. Bilal is fine. Bilal had pneumonia. He got into another car accident, but he's out the hospital and he's fine. So please stop with the whole he's brain dead. I just spoke to him. He's good. Now, of course, does he think there was some type of conspiracy on him? Of course.
Now, you hear that? Does he think it was some type of conspiracy? So Bilal was in the hospital with pneumonia and he was in a whole nother car accident. Do y'all remember when Bilal said that they tried to run him off the road the first time? Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And like Tasha K also say, there's a whole bunch of celebrities that's been in and out of the hospital for this alleged pneumonia. For this alleged pneumonia situation. This is what they calling everyone. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm glad that Tasha K confirmed this for me. For me. Because I'm the one that told y'all first. And people were sitting there talking about, oh, Jamil, just because you're a comedian, oh, you're trolling. And I'm like, no, the man is in the damn hospital. And I told you also yesterday that he's out the hospital. I also said that. So everyone, can y'all please smash that like button? And for the people, like that's why I can't wait for everybody to come in the building so they can apologize to Bilal's sister as well. Cause that's a shame. She's not even in the internet world. And for people to be saying, oh, we don't believe this, da 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 da. And now I don't believe that the second car crash, I believe they tried to unalive him again. You know what I'm saying?
And then what makes you happy? And I should live this way because you say this is the way I should live. That is a freedom that, it's priceless. It's priceless, for real. Okay, real quick, I'll tell y'all this before we get into why we're here. Bilal is fine. Bilal had pneumonia. He got into another car accident, but he's out the hospital and he's fine. So please stop with the whole he's brain dead. I just spoke to him. He's good. Now, of course, does he think there was some type of conspiracy on him? Of course. But I don't think there was a conspiracy on him because there's a lot of pneumonia going around in LA, hence why Ray J was in the hospital. A lot of celebrities in the hospital, even a few celebrities, non-celebrities that work with celebrities that I know that were hospitalized because of.
And you hear this? Even celebrities that Tasha K work with, that they're all coming up with this pneumonia stuff. Even celebrities that she's working with all coming with this mysterious pneumonia shit. And for some reason, there's celebrities that were speaking out against the system. Do I think that Bilal just got into a car accident? No, I think they tried to run him off the road for the second time. Shout out to my baby coming in the building, Pure Survival. I think that they tried to run him over again off the road the same way they tried to the first time. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, guys, if y'all see me playing it again, I'm waiting till we get 1,000 people in the building. You got to understand, my feelings was hurt. Me risking my tasty cakes, risking my back getting blown out, from me coming up, speaking up for Bilal, for the fact that these people, to me, allegedly are trying to unalive this man. But I also confirmed that he was out of the hospital. That he was out of the hospital, that they tried to say he was in a mental facility after the pneumonia. You know what I'm saying? Tasha, say it again, Tasha.
And then what makes you happy? And I should live this way because you say this is the way I should live. That is a freedom that, it's priceless. It's priceless, for real. Okay, real quick, I'll tell y'all this before we get into why we're here. Bilal is fine. Bilal had pneumonia. He got into another car accident, but he's out the hospital and he's fine. So please stop with the whole he's brain dead. I just spoke to him. He's good. Now, of course, does he think there was some type of conspiracy on him? Of course. But I don't think there was a conspiracy on him because there's a lot of pneumonia going around in LA, hence why Ray J was in the hospital. A lot of celebrities in the hospital, even a few celebrities, not celebrities that work with celebrities that I know that were hospitalized because of this pneumonia that's going around. So
Now, did you hear that? Bronzo in the building. Bronzo, do you know Tasha K came out and confirmed what I said? That Bilal was in the hospital for pneumonia? She came out and confirmed it, my brother. You know what I mean? So for all of them people that was trying to come for Jamil, Tasha K was super emotional on her live today. She was crying and everything. You know what I mean? Because of her own personal things that's going on far as her own industry. You know what I'm saying? She was crying and everything.
love this. I just really love it. I just love it. I love how my voice sounds on a microphone. I love how um I just love the energy that we exchange. You know, I love the education that comes behind it, the entertainment. I just love to laugh with y'all. It's like my outlet. A lot of times y'all be coming to me because, you know, y'all are saying, Tasha, you're my outlet, but y'all don't even be knowing. Y'all be really my outlet.
Right.
Y'all be
And I feel Tasha the whole way through. Pure survival. Like she said, y'all come to her to get the tea, to get the laughs, to get the comedy that she brings to y'all. But y'all be her outlet. Y'all be her outlet. You know what I mean? It's times she want to burst out crying, and she bursted out crying. And that be the same for me. When y'all come to me to come get the laughs, to come get the tea. Well, I don't got the tea, but I'll give y'all the goddamn water. Y'all come get the water or the Monster Energy drink. And I come bring it to y'all. But when I come to y'all, that's how I get the vent. This is how I get to vent and display my humor and laughter and bring joy to y'all. So I understand why Tasha's crying like this. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is when I came to y'all about the Bilal situation, that hurt my feelings. That had hurt my feelings. When motherfuckers want to think that I was just telling y'all that shit for my motherfucking health.
my outlet where I could just get away from everything. You know? But thank God I'm not breakable, you know, and I'm healthy. Y'all didn't even know, like, I was really sick at one point. And for motherfuckers that get online, this is what pisses me off too. Cause I'm like, if y'all understood how ignorant y'all sound, oh, that's God punishing her for gossiping about people. So what about the people that don't gossip about people that get sick?
Exactly. So that's my thing. And that's messed up. If Tasha K gets sick, people tell me, oh, that's your karma. That's what you get for exposing people. But what about, that's a good point she made. What about the people that get sick that's not exposing people? You know what I mean? I always tell people this. Like, you could be the most healthiest person in the world. Pure Bible. I got a friend, rest in peace. You know what I mean? Rafiq. I'm in Philly with him, driving around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't seen him in years. I was so happy to see Rafiq. He always was athletic, always into sports, always into shit that I couldn't do when it came to sports. Pure Bible. And he passed away, you know, around my same age, probably 1 year older than me. I was shocked. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the hell? Rock Feet was super healthy. But when it's your time, it's your time. So just because she exposing these sick people, trying to help motherfuckers that's coming in the industry of what they got to be aware of. But like I told y'all, Bilal was in the hospital. He's not in the hospital no more. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all that the sister said he was brain dead. But she also said she didn't believe he was brain dead. You know what I'm saying?
I'm healthy. Y'all didn't even know, like, I was really sick at one point. And for motherfuckers that get online, this is what pisses me off too. Cause I'm like, if y'all understood how ignorant y'all sound, oh, that's God punishing her for gossiping about people. So what about the people that don't gossip about people that get sick? What about the children that are laying up in the hospital right now, no fault of their own, that are fighting for their life? They got rare childhood cancers. Like, there's a lot of ignorant people out here. I was sick, yes. And there's a lot of women that email me that have the same condition I have, which is hyperthyroidism. And when you're a Black woman and you come from trauma and you're used to being in survival mode, right? You have a lot of adrenaline, cortisol levels that are high. A lot of Black women have big bellies because of this, because they're so stressed. And you're like, why is my belly big? Why is it big and round?
See, so she's going through her own stuff, guys. You know what I'm saying? She's going through her own stuff, but everybody smash that like button. Bolao is out of the hospital, but Bolao was in the hospital like I told y'all from the beginning. Like I told y'all, they talking about he had pneumonia. Everybody get them likes up. And I see that, look at YouTube letting people come in all slow right now. They was doing it fast when I first told y'all the story. You know what I mean? Now Tasha confirmed that he had pneumonia. You know what I'm saying?
And what makes you happy? And I should live this way because you say this is the way I should live. That is a freedom that, it's priceless. It's priceless, for real. Okay, real quick, I'll tell y'all this before we get into why we're here. Bilal is fine. Bilal had pneumonia. He got into another car accident, but he's out the hospital.
Y'all hear that? Bilal is fine. Bilal had pneumonia. He got into a car accident on top of pneumonia. Pure survival. Don't y'all think that's very mysterious? You know what I'm talking about? Like now listen, now I have the thyroid issue. I was sick and found out what it was. It sucked to live with it. Wow. You know, well, praise God, you good now. But I wanted everybody that heard me say that Bolao had pneumonia, put a one in the chat if y'all heard Jamil say that Bolao had pneumonia first. Put a two in the chat if y'all didn't hear me say that. Didn't y'all hear me say that that man was in the hospital? That man had pneumonia? Didn't y'all hear me say his sister told me, goddammit? Tasha K confirmed it. And he's out the hospital now. So praise God on that. I just told y'all yesterday that the sister said they trying to say he's in a mental home. But she talked to him from wherever he's at. Glad he's out the hospital. But she's going to get him back on the show so he can tell what happened. And Bolao think they tried to unalive him again.
And then what makes you happy? And I should live this way because you say this is the way I should live. That is a freedom that, it's priceless. It's priceless, for real. Okay, real quick, I'll tell y'all this before we get into why we're here. Bilal is fine. Bilal had pneumonia. He got into another car accident, but he's out the hospital and he's fine. So please stop with the whole he's brain dead. I just spoke to him. He's good. Now, of course, does he think there was some type of conspiracy on him? Of course. But I don't think there was a conspiracy on him because there's...
See, Bilal think it was a conspiracy on him. He think this was another attempt that they try to take his life. Put a one in the chat if y'all think that, if y'all believe Bolao, that y'all think that they might have tried to take his life again. Right after Tasha K's interview, he went into the hospital. Put a two in the chat if y'all think it's just a coincidence that the man went to the hospital, got into another car accident when he said that they tried to run him off the road. That's crazy.
A lot of pneumonia going around in LA, hence why Ray J was in the hospital. A lot of celebrities in the hospital, even a few celebrities, non-celebrities that work with celebrities that I know that were hospitalized because of this pneumonia that's going around. So I'm just letting you know that. But we're here. And then what makes you happy? And I should live this way because you say this is the way I should live. That is a freedom that, it's priceless. It's priceless, for real. Okay, real quick, I'll tell y'all this before we get into why we're here. Bilal is fine. Bilal had pneumonia. He got into another car accident, but he's out the hospital and he's fine. So please stop with the whole he's brain dead. I just spoke to him. He's good. Now, of course, does he think there was some type of conspiracy on him? Of course. But I don't think there was a conspiracy on him because there's a lot of pneumonia going around in LA, hence why Ray J was in the hospital. A lot of celebrities in the hospital, even a few celebrities, non-celebrities that work with celebrities that I know that were hospitalized because of this pneumonia that's going around. So,
and I think that pneumonia, to me, is some shit that they're doing to celebrities. And that's why they said Corrupt has pneumonia or whatever. And Ray J, same for him. Told y'all.
So yesterday, Daz Dillinger posted to his Instagram a photo of him and Corrupt. For those of you guys who do not know, Corrupt is one half of the Dog Pound, creator of the Dog Pound, legendary West Coast rapper. So this news was very shocking. So Daz Dillinger posted and he said, God said we shall live and not die. I want to send a big shout out to my big brother, Official Corrupt. Get well, Speedy. Need all fans to send Corrupt a get well message. Flood his Instagram. Tell him how much we love him. And then, from there, people started wondering what was going on. So there was later a report followed up by TMZ that reported that Corrupt has actually been hospitalized after battling some serious health issues. And the report does not get...
And Corrupt is young. This is another person in the industry that's been in the industry for years that's in the hospital battling health problems, and he's only 51 years old. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? The things that Bilal said, and I'm going to stick with Bilal. Bilal feels like it was a conspiracy on why he's in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Why he went to the hospital, why he got motherfucking pneumonia, why he was ran off the road again for the second time after he said it. Everybody smashed that like button. And for the people who underestimated me, you can go ahead and tell me you're sorry. I accept apologies. Even if you thought I was lying, you can hit the super chat. If you know you said, Jamil, you lying, Bilal never been in the hospital, you can hit the super chat. I'll forgive you. Because he was saying way too much.
In a high functioning environment. So when I come to do something, I'm doing it like I'm going to do it with Will. So if that was Will coming, all these things would be done in this restaurant.
That's what he asked you to do.
Right.
So they come to the club. They out with all types of women.
Yeah.
Tisha's at home with the kids.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Being a good wife.
All right.
And we should be happy that Bilal is still alive and he can come out and expose more shit that he's been doing. You know what I'm saying? That he's been doing.
It's been fascinated with.
I did read the book. I did read the book.
That's some bullshit.
Yes, yeah. And if you read it, you'll be like, "This is a cult."
They hook you up to a machine.
Oh man!
They press clear and all your depression is gone.
But you got to pay for it now. Hey, Sister Tasha, listen. You can't leave the beautiful things out of situations.
You gotta pay.
You gotta put.
I think the machine was like $2,000 or something.
Listen, then you gotta pay for the courses but I write. There's 2 chapters about that.
Okay.
Because they end up, opening up a school and that I don't even want to unpack that. But just to know that is how me and Will got back together. They were trying to recruit me into Scientology.
And this is a big thing on why I think that they allegedly tried to unalive this man again. Because of that Scientology thing. I think that's the highest thing. It's not so much about the Timberland boots. We all know about the Timberland boots. When he started speaking about Scientology, those are some powerful people to where you must stay silent. You know what I'm saying? I'm so glad they didn't take him out in this car accident. Because imagine if they had ran him off the road and unalived him. His sister wouldn't have reached out to me. Y'all would have never even knew about this. That he was in the hospital for pneumonia is what they're trying to say.
That I don't even want to unpack that, but just to know that is how me and Will got back together. They were trying to recruit me into Scientology, and it just never that never played out.
Damn. Okay, so Did Jada say anything to you? Like when she called, she just invited you and then...
She just called me. It was crazy. She called me out of the blue and invited me to the Celebrity Center. But when you hear Celebrity Center, you're not thinking about Scientology. You know, so I just happened to Google the address because I'm like, yo, they trying to set me up. It's been it's been about 3-4 months, So I'm just like, this is odd.
This is odd. Are they trying to set me up? And I do not care if people already seen and heard what Bilal is saying, but I'm going to highlight it still because I told y'all that man was in the hospital. Thank you so much for the hearts and the prayer hands, sweetheart. I told these people that the man was in the hospital, and now Tasha K confirmed it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, wow, they couldn't believe me for shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally talking to his blood relative. They like, Jamil, well, why did she pick you? I don't know why she picked me. But she says she watched me on YouTube. And she appreciate the fact that I'm standing up for her brother. And I'm glad he out the hospital. But that Scientology stuff, they was trying to set him up and recruit him and take his motherfucking Lunchables. Smash that like button.
Google the address because I'm like, yo, they trying to set me up. It's been it's been about 3-4 months, So I'm just like, this is odd. She know I don't really rock with her. Yeah. And she's made it perfectly clear that she don't like me.
Let's talk about that real quick. I mean, why, and I know you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, why don't you and Jada fuck with each other? Like, what happened?
So here's the thing. Jada didn't want anybody who had street sense around Will that would give him the ability to look at their disturbed relationship. Y'all see the Latin premiere?
See that? And he's still alive. Everybody smashed that like button, man, for Bilal. Thank God he made it out of this pneumonia thing. He made it out of this second alleged attempt, car accident on his life. I need everybody to smash that like button, guys, or I'm just not going to stay live long at all. You know what I mean? I'll let people look at all the other lives when I been said it first, that he was in that motherfucking hospital, when people thought that I was bull crapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I'm funny, but I'm not always joking. This is my real personality. Motherfuckers be like, oh, you sound like Bernie Mac. It ain't my motherfucking fault. This is how I really fucking talk. You know what I'm talking about? I don't try to sound like no motherfucker. This is how I talk. You know what I'm talking about? But no, I was dead serious with y'all.
Street sense around Will that would give him the ability to look at their disturbed relationship. Y'all see the Latin premiere with my man Big Will? You know what I mean? 8 months, I'm 8 months vegan, getting this weight down. Yeah, let me show it, baby. You see the glow? Yeah. You see the glow? We doing it. He got his nipples out.
And look at that. Will was literally sitting there playing with this man's nipples. Well, pressing his eyeballs all up on his nipples. He's talking about I'm a vegan. He's talking about I'm a vegan. And I feel like that right there may have led Bilal on. And Bilal, and I'm telling you right now, even your sister, I don't know if you and Will had an affair or not, but I still kind of think that Jada probably got mad because y'all may have allegedly had an affair. You know what I'm saying? Or the fact that she thought that you was taking Will away because she knew how Will go. So she probably thought that you and Will were seeing each other. So I don't know which one it is, Bilal, but I'm just glad you out the hospital. Smash that like button, guys, because y'all look very happy to be together.
To look at their disturbed relationship. Y'all see the Latin premiere with my man Big Will? You know what I mean? 8 months, I'm 8 months vegan, getting this weight down. Yeah, let me show it, baby. You see the glow? Yeah. You see the glow? We doing it. He got his nipples out.
Wow, he said he got his nipples out, looking all flossy and sexy. So if Bilal and Will wasn't having an affair, how you think Jada was going to feel that Will sitting there lusting on Bilal's breasts, saying that he looks all lusty and sexy. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, you heard what he said. Jada didn't want Will around anybody else. So she probably felt like they were seeing each other, that they were going steady. And Bilal saying me and Will wasn't going steady. I just didn't like the fact that Jada treated him like this. But Bilal, you have to admit this man lusting on your breast, saying how sexy that you are, pure survival, that can make a woman get, you know what I'm saying? Like insecure. If Will's liking your breasts more than her breasts, and Jada got the little what was it? What are these? A one cup? She got the little one cups. And then you got these kind of breasts that could have made her feel insecure, Bilal. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta smash that like button, guys. Get them likes up.
Relationship.
Y'all see the Latin premiere with my man Big Will? You know what I mean? 8 months. You know, I'm 8 months vegan, getting this weight down. Yeah, letting it shine, baby. You see the glow? Yeah. You see the glow? We doing it. He got his nipples out. You're embarrassing me.
Right? So her thing was I was too nice to people. Her other thing was that I didn't give her the greetings and salutations that I gave others. So, for example, if I see you somewhere, I'm be like, Sister Tasha, how you doing? Boom, it's a pleasure to see you looking good. I see you still doing your thing. Listen, sister, keep going.
See, and you can hear where the jealousy came. So he's saying Jada didn't like the fact that he didn't praise her. He didn't kiss her ass. So of course she's gonna think, okay, well, if you're not being nice to praising Will's wife, then you might be clapping my man's cheeks. That's why Jada started feeling like that. Smash that like button, guys. We need 1,000 likes in the building. If we got over 300, 3,000 something likes for me telling y'all he in the hospital, now I'm telling y'all that he's out the hospital like I told y'all yesterday. Have the same energy. And I'll take my apologies for the people who thought that I was bull crapping.
That Will has, because she has all these things on Will that he has to be a puppet.
Like what? Like, is it the homosexual? I mean,
No, well, we already dispelled that.
Did you and Will ever have closure conversation on that?
No, heck no. I'm not having heck no. There wasn't no closure.
Did Dwayne Martin ever try to come to you and talk to you?
I didn't listen, because see, here's the thing. When you're dealing with a real cat, it's just like, I don't listen. That's y'all thing. Like, I'm not gay bashing Will. I feel that Will should just come out, right? Because it's going to eventually come out. My problem is,
see that? Smash that like button if y'all agree with Bilal. Bilal said I'm not gay bashing. Will should just come out and tell the world so Jada can stop holding this over his head. So Jada can stop allegedly trying to unalive other men that she think blowing Will's back out. You know what I'm talking about? That, you know, now listen, everybody get them likes up. We got to show, hold on, where is that Miss Pan Leglingo? All the people that I know that was here when I told y'all this man was in the hospital, I need all y'all to hear Tasha K confirm it, that he was in the hospital. Let's do it again.
And then what makes you happy? And I should live this way because you say this is the way I should live. That is a freedom that, you know, it's priceless. It's priceless, for real. Okay, real quick, I'll tell y'all this before we get into why we're here. Bilal is fine. Bilal had pneumonia. He got into another car accident, but he's out the hospital and he's fine. So please stop with the whole he's brain dead. I just spoke to him. He's good. Now, of course, does he think there was some type of conspiracy on him? Of course.
Now, y'all hear that? Does he think it was another conspiracy? Another hit on his life? Of course. He's not brain dead. I told y'all yesterday, they told his sister that was what they told her at first. And I told y'all yesterday he was out the hospital. Tasha K confirmed he was in the hospital like Jamil told y'all. Y'all owe me an apology. You know what I'm saying? Y'all broke my damn heart when y'all sat there and was thinking I was bull crapping with y'all. Bilal knew about the Scientology. He knew about too much. And Jada wasn't going to have that. You think Miss Alopecia going to think you blowing Will's back out and then you know all of our secrets and you saw my magical dildo and you saw my magical Timberland boots with the strap on? No. So they tried to unalive him again, allegedly. And I can't wait for him to go back on Tasha K, because Tasha said she was on the phone with him. She gonna bring him back on so he can tell y'all what happened. And so he can tell y'all about his sister. You know what I mean? And hopefully he'd be like, yo, shout out to the boy Jamil for looking out for my sister. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're functioning in a high functioning environment. So when I come to do something, I'm doing it like I'm going to do it with Will, you know? So if that was Will coming, all these things would be done in this restaurant.
That's what he asked you to do.
Right.
So they come to the club, they out with all types of women.
Yeah.
Bolao knew too much. Bolao knew too much. Point blank, period. He knew too much.
Because see, here's the thing. When you're dealing with a real cat, it's just like, I don't listen. That's y'all thing. Like, I'm not gay bashing Will. I feel that Will should just come out, right? Because it's going to eventually come out. My problem is Will is hurting more people protecting his secrets, right? Because you're trying to hide all these things and you're building up you're hurting so many people to try to hide what you're doing. So, for example, let's say, like this is what Jada makes the new people do. And I ain't gonna say new, they probably been there after myself, right? They will make you check into a rehab and they'll pay for the rehab. Even though you're not on drugs, they're gonna pay for the rehab.
Wow, and this is the part I was waiting for. Everybody smash that like button. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all heard me tell y'all yesterday. Bolao went to the hospital. He got out the hospital, and they put him in a mental facility. This is what the sister said allegedly, that he went to a mental facility. If you listen to what he say right here, he said Jada and them make you check into some kind of rehab place so they can make it sound like you're crazy. They can make it like you think that you're delusional. They make you steal from them. So then they can tell the police, oh, this person's crazy. He was in a mental facility. You know what I mean? And listen to what he say. And it's very odd that he just had pneumonia. Tasha K confirmed it. Almost got hit in a car accident again. And then, yo, this is wild.
They will make you check into a rehab and they'll pay for the rehab. Even though you're not on drugs, they're going to pay for the rehab. And you have to go if you want to work with them, right? Or be in their circumference. Then they're going to say, hey, we need you while these cameras rolling to go in there and take some money out of our pocket. You know, we left some money in the coat pocket. Go in the room, the cameras is going. Go in there and take that money out. Right? Do they know the cameras is going? Yeah, they're telling them, because this is the setup that if they hire you or when they hire you, if you decide that you want to expose something, they're going to discredit you. Oh, this person's a junkie. We love them, but we had to pay for their rehab.
Wow, you hear that? So this is how they will discredit you when you try to come out and expose them. They're going to say you're a junkie. We had to pay for his rehab. We had to pay to put him in a mental home. All of these type of things. That's how I knew that it was mysterious. Pure survival. We got 1,800 people in the building, guys. Everybody smash that like button. Everybody. We need 1,000 likes. Now that we have it confirmed that he was in the hospital for pneumonia, is what they told him. And he confirmed to Tasha, like I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? So now we know. And he think that they tried to unalive him again. This is what Tasha said. He think it was a conspiracy. Just like I thought. Just like I thought.
Go in there and take that money out. Right?
Do they know the cameras is going?
Yeah, they're telling them, because this is the setup that if they hire you or when they hire you, if you decide that you want to expose something, they're going to discredit you. Oh, this person's a junkie. We love them, but we had to pay for their rehab. We got video of them stealing money out of our pocket. You know, they'll tell you, hey, give you your credit card, go shopping. Go get yourself some sneakers, a jacket, a hat, high end. What the fuck? Yeah, and then Jada will report the credit card stolen, but they won't press charges. So
wow. So Jada Pinkett will report the credit card stolen, but won't press charges. but they'll dangle this and hold it over your head. So now, if you ever try to tell, yes, sweetheart, this is crazy. If you ever try to tell on them, you're going to be scared as hell. They'll be like, look, I'll have you arrested. You stole from me. And they told you to go buy the shit, told you to go do it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's diabolical. You know? And that's how I felt when I'm telling y'all when his sister reaching out to me and I'm like trying to get the message out there. And people thought I was bullshit. And Tasha, I prayed for her. Tasha was on her live crying earlier today. She didn't even want to keep talking about the Bilal thing. She just wanted to let everybody know Bilal had pneumonia. He did get in another car accident. He do think they try to take him out. You know what I mean? But she had her own emotional roller coaster breakdown about the industry. This is crazy.
There's a jacket, a hat, you know, high end. You know,
what the fuck?
Yeah, and then Jada will report the credit card stolen, but they won't press charges. So if you ever try to give information on Will or Jada, they automatically discredit you. So now it's like, why do you think people don't speak up? Why are not people speaking up? They can get a bag. I know when I'm offered for book deals. I know when I'm being offered, right? So that's the discredit game. If they clear to break their NDA, they're gonna be saying, "Oh man, this person's a junkie." Then they're gonna have some sexual acts on you. It's all kind of stuff they do. This is why people don't come forward. This is why people don't come forward.
God damn, why can't people just be real?
Here's the thing, Tasha. Say, Sister Tasha. If you ask somebody, hey, do you got a friend that's the #1 star in Hollywood? How's it to be around him? Nobody can really answer that question but people that's been around Will. And I've been in...
And he's been around Will for 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you don't think Jada's going to get jealous at some point? Will sitting there lusting on this man's breast, lusting on his breast, telling him how sexy he is. You know what I'm saying? He's loving Bolal's vegan breast, because Bolal was saying that he was a vegan. Will saying, I'm loving those vegan breasts. Those vegan breasts are hard. You know what I'm saying? So Jada didn't like that. Smash that like button, guys. You know what I'm saying?
His friend for 30-something years, but during the end of it, he wasn't my friend and worked with him for several years. So I could tell you what goes on the inside. Everybody else is just speculation.
Hey, Willie, you know what I'm saying? LA book tour. Somebody told me I made my pictures in the book. Your pictures in the book and your name is in the book. So you like,
Wow. And you think Jada's not gonna get jealous of that? So Will Smith, when they tried to discredit Bolal, Pure Survival, Will voluntarily put Bolal's name in the book with his own freak off John Hancock, Pure Survival. So Jada was somewhere probably playing with her vagina, mad as a motherfucker, playing with her vagina, keep smelling and shit, getting pissed off because it's funky, and she see that them two are bonding. They're bonding. Will's loving his breasts, his vegan breasts, and he put his name and face in his book. Jada had a whole fit. She's tried to set it off on Bolal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so glad that Bolal is out the hospital and he's alive. Smash that like button, guys. We need 1,000 likes. Let's get 400 more likes. Double tap that screen. You know what I mean? I hate that I have to keep saying that, but I do. You know what I'm saying? You see the chemistry between these two men. Jada didn't like that.
At the end of it, he wasn't my friend and worked with him for several years. So I could tell you what goes on the inside. Everybody else is just speculation.
Hey, Willie, you know what I'm saying? LA book tour. Somebody told me I made my pictures in the book. Your pictures in the book and your name is in the book. So you like, you're doing some real elegant pimp. I'm blowing you up. I love that. I love that. You up. My God, Big Will, we're going to see y'all in a minute. We're going to see what page you want.
And that right there is kind of odd. When Will's saying, I'm blowing you up, is he telling us in so many words, I'm blowing your back up? I'm blowing your back out. What does he mean by I'm blowing you up? Are you talking about blowing his back out? That's what the part that I don't understand.
else is just speculation.
Hey, Willie, you know what I'm saying? LA book tour. Somebody told me I made my pictures in the book.
You know, your picture's in the book and your name is in the book. So it's like you're doing some real elegant pimp. I'm blowing you up.
I love that.
I'm blowing you up.
My God, Big Will, we're gonna see y'all
What
in a
page
minute.
you on? We're gonna see what page you on. The chapter is purpose. You're in the chapter is purpose.
Wow.
In purpose. Let me see. Where's Bilal at? Where Bilal at? Hold on. Let me see where you at. Where you at? Hold on. You in here. Your picture too.
I love it.
Wow. So he rather put Bolal's name, everything, face, and his picture in his book, but he didn't put Jada's in there. Y'all don't think that that's enough to make Jada, like I'm talking about Miss Alopecia, little strings of hair be on fire? Be on fire? You know what I'm saying? Bolao knew what he was talking about. I'm sorry, I believe him, especially now that they try to unalive him again.
Where's Bilal at? Where Bilal at? Hold on. Let me see where you at. Where you at? Hold on. You in here. Your picture too.
I love it.
Chapter purpose where you come to New York. I mean to Africa. Saying we ain't gonna do this right now.
Right.
You right here. You need to my boy Bilal. My boy Bilal
Right.
ended up losing 100 pounds during the training and filming.
I love it.
That's what we talked about, the African experience. Yeah, my boy Bilal Salam. You see that? That's your name.
So this is why there's a lot of people that want to hear my story. I'm giving you a true, authentic story. Then it's like, okay, well, they can't discredit and say, well, he ain't got no money, he ain't doing this, he ain't popping. You look at the Instagram, I'm winning. I'm placing major products with major people, period. Getting it. I chose to leave the business because this is what happened. So let me tell you what happened with Will and I. Of course, I'm in Will's book. And, I get a call from his people saying, hey,
This is crazy, guys. Shout out. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Everybody, make sure y'all smash that like button. You see at the lounge, our baby says smash that like button, y'all. This is deep. You know what I mean? And shout out, like I said, Tasha K. Everybody shout out Tasha K as well because she confirmed it today that Bilal was definitely indeed in the hospital, you know what I'm saying? And he had pneumonia. Do I believe it was pneumonia? No. She said pneumonia and a car accident. See what I'm saying? And Bilal thinks that it was mysterious, whatever happened to him that led him into the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. That is really, really diabolical. That is diabolical.
Will, we just call and let you know that Will has you in the book. And I was like, okay. I said, he don't have to do that because I don't know what's in there. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, okay, like, right? I said, oh no. I said, I appreciate it, but no, I'm good. So, they was like, no, it's not anything bad. So they tell me, what they said about, when we were in Africa and how pretty much, I was just that beacon of light to inspire people and, help get this guy through Ali, which just was a hard film to do and then transition.
Oh, wow. So he was in Africa when Will played Ali, Muhammad Ali. So he was there. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Jada might have been jealous because they was going and leaving the country together without her. Put a 2 if y'all think that Bilal and Will may have been clapping cheeks over there in Africa. If y'all think that they may have been blowing each other's backs out. And she didn't like that. I don't know.
To Men in Black. So, he just talks about, that and so forth and so on, which is a good thing. But on the interim, as you see from my Instagram, I know a lot of celebrities and I place products. So his team was like, hey, could you do some gift boxes for us for Will's book that we can give to celebrities and so forth and then help promote the book? I said, okay, no problem. I can do that. So now this is somebody talking on behalf of Will. So I end up having a meeting with some of Jada people and some of Will people, but at this point, everything is just Team Jada. Will's people are just there to do whatever Jada says.
For a second. Hey guys, there's somebody outside the room yelling.
Look, Tasha had to check him real fast. Hey, somebody yelling out there. Be quiet, goddammit. This is getting juicy. Everybody, let's get a 300 more likes. Double tap that screen.
Basically, you're talking about him putting you in the book.
Oh, no, I'm talking about them help me. They wanted me to help them with their book. Okay, I got it. Okay, so, me doing a product placement, they wanted me to help Will with the book, with the book in terms of giving it to celebrities and creating a gift box with gifts that will include the book. So, I go to have a meeting at Will's office with Jada team and Will team. Mm-hmm. And when I'm talking about the first meeting, they treated me like I was a piece of shit. You would have really thought that I was a nobody and was just trying to get on. Now, you got to imagine, they seeked my help and with this. And
so they seeked his help and was treating him like dog crap.
You bring and, I brought a sample of the gift box and everything, right? Yeah. That I would do and so forth and so on. And they was asking me, well, are these people paying you? And what do you do with the money? And I'm like, what concern is that? Then it was a girl named Fawn. Now, Fawn has been with Jada for 34 years, just an evil witch. And she's in the book as well, too. She asked me a question. I got all of this recorded. I'll let you hear a little bit after it's over. Because in the book, just so you know, each chapter, after you finish a chapter, each chapter will have a QR code. And you can put your phone on that QR code, and whatever I said in that chapter, it goes to a website and give you the evidence of anything that I talked about.
Wow. We need Bilal's book, guys. That's why I'm glad that this man is still alive, because I feel like they trying to stop that book from coming out. It's something in that book that he has not said yet that's in that book. You know what I mean? Car accident, pneumonia. Come on, guys. Smash that like button.
And then it got to the point where they said, oh, we don't need you no more. I said, I contact all my clients. I have them ship hundreds of thousands of dollars of product in, right? Will wanted me to do this. Right? This is what I do for a living. I don't cut hair on the side. I don't shovel. I do celebrity product placement. This is what I do. There's nobody that has the type of placements that I have.
And I'm not going to front. I was on his Instagram and I seen that he dealt with a whole lot of celebrities. He make beads and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying?
To say, then even in the book for it as the QR code, his number is going to be, redacted, but showing that his number called into me. So certain ones will be there, like the 818 and whatever the case may be, right? I said, this guy is a clown. He said, Will has his Tupac moment and let people keep talking shit. I said, Will just almost destroyed him. I didn't say that to him, but I'm thinking, because these people don't want to hear any other opinion that is not in agreement with theirs. So mentally, I'm thinking, Will just destroyed himself. And it's going to take a blessing from Allah and a lot of hard work to redeem who he was. And then we seen everything unravel after that.
When did you find out about Will and Jada separating?
Oh yeah, I already knew that. So, all right, this is another thing that takes so long to unpack, but I'll make it quick. And this is going to be very devastating, but just follow along with it. And I ask your listeners to just listen to it slow and clear. Mm-hmm. There already been problems in Will and Jada's relationship with Jada's attitude and disrespect of Will, and her committing adultery with multiple men.
With multiple men. And that's not a surprise when he said it's been problems. Did y'all see that video where Jada took the camera and was putting it in Will's face? And Will's telling her, look, can you get that camera out my face? And she was being so disrespectful around the red table talk time. You putting the camera in my face. Will still had coal in his eyes, all types of shit. She didn't give a damn. Very demonic. Smash that like button, guys. You know what I'm saying? We need 500 more likes. 500 more. You know, she been having affairs, all types of shit.
Respect of Will and her committing adultery with multiple men. Now, be it that they share sexual partners sometime, where other people call it swinging or whatever, but in Will's mind, you know, that's an understanding that they have. So if they choose to bring in another man or another woman in their relationship, that where after that's done, that's where it ends, right? And Jada would go outside of that, of having sex with other people, and that would destroy Will, right? And, you know, when Jada goes into her rants on Will, you know, she tells him he got a little dick, he can't fuck and all, like, that begin.
And you know how terrible that is? Now, if you know that your man has a little wiener, that he has a little wiener, but you love him, and this is Will Smith saved the world in Independence Day. Pure the Bible. So can you imagine this woman sitting home tormenting him, knowing you ain't had a hit movie since Set It Off in the 90s, pure the Bible, and you sitting there telling Mike Lowry that he got a little ding-a-ling. Little ding-a-ling, come here, little ding-a-ling. Come here, little ding-a-ling. Bring that little wee-wee over here. Like, that's very heartfelt. That's very, had to be traumatizing. This is why you think Will said, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and get me a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Because if this is what a girlfriend's like, I might as well get a boyfriend. They're not gonna be worried about how little my wiener is. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to laugh, but Jada would talk to this man like this. This is crazy, and Bilal knew it.
That's an understanding that they have. So if they choose to bring in another man or another woman in their relationship, that where after that's done, that's where it ends, right? And Jada would go outside of that, of having sex with other people, and that would destroy Will, right? And, you know, when Jada goes into her rants on Will, you know, she tells him he got a little dick, he can't fuck and all, like, that begins to chip at a man's soul. That hurts. Like, though, it's like getting, like a slave getting whipped for your woman to say that you can't please her, or, you know.
Well, Courtney, you saw her say that Will Smith had a small dick?
Oh, yeah. Oh, when she did. Oh, listen, a lot of people have, I mean, Jada has said worse. Right? Jada has said worse because...
Wow, so she even said worse. Worse than that. To completely demasculate. Why you think Will hauled off and slapped Chris Rock? Pure Bible. He been holding this anger, being tormented and talked about little ding-a-ling. You know what I'm saying? All of that was in his head. I bet you before he went up there to slap Chris Rock, and he looked over at Jada, Jada looked at him like, you better go slap him, you little ding-a-ling having motherfucker. If you don't go slap him with your little ding-a-ling, that's all was going through his mind. Little ding-a-ling, little ding-a-ling. That's heart-wrenching.
Like, dude, it's like getting, like a slave getting whipped for your woman to say that you can't please her, or, you know.
Well, Courtney, you saw her say that Will Smith had a small dick?
Oh, yeah. Oh, when she did. Oh, listen, a lot of people have, I mean, Jada has said worse, right? Jada has said worse because she's out of control and Will cannot control her. You understand what I'm saying? So, and at this point, you know, I would have conversations with Will, and I see the decay. I'm not working with him at this time, but I'm still his friend. I'm at all the events. Yeah. You can look on Instagram, hugging me. B, this my guy.
And look at all the sweat on Bilal's head. Will looks excited than the motherfucker. Pure Bible. His whole forehead is pouring sweat. So they was getting sweaty, hot, dancing in the club, having a good time. This was when Will would have a good time when he was with Bilal, Pure Survival, until the sweat would pour. But then when he goes home, he's getting called a little wiener man. Jada's in the house, allegedly, playing with her kitty cat, listening to shit. When Will come in the door, all he hears is, don't want no short, man, don't want no short, eeny wink, eeny wink, short, eeny wink, eeny wink. You could tell she probably was ignorant to the motherfucker. She in there playing don't want no short man. So why not go out with Bilal and dance the night away until the sweat pours on your forehead? You know what I'm saying? These are the things that Will was going through behind the scenes that we didn't know about. Smash that like button, guys. We need 1,000 likes in the building. It's been confirmed. They tried to take this man out like a blind date once again, but Bilal survived. You know what I'm saying? Bilal was a good thing for Will. Jada is terrible.
Conversations with Will, and I see the decay. I'm not working with him at this time, but I'm still his friend. I'm at all the events.
Yeah.
You can look on Instagram, hugging me, B, this my guy, all this kind of stuff, right? But I know not to say nothing because years ago, I tried to say, yo, this chick is playing, like, you a trick. Like, I didn't say it like that, but essentially I'm saying, Will, like, you know, you buying a Ferrari, shopping sprees, getting private jets. You just came from being bankrupt. And you trying to impress this girl and about to go through a divorce. And you spending all this money trying to impress this chick that's from Baltimore, that's obviously promiscuous. Like,
wow. So he was telling Will this. Y'all have to pay attention. Bilal was telling Will this stuff. That's why when everybody say, well, if he really was Will's friend, why would he snitch on him? Pure survival. You got to pay attention. He said Will was bankrupt and you're about to go through a divorce. This was all the way back in the 90s. Bilal's talking about Will's first wife. And Will was trying to buy Jada love, doing all this shit when she's still infatuated with Tupac. Pure Survival. Rest in peace to Tupac. Even Tupac family and Tupac wanted Jada to shut up. You know what I'm saying? So Bilal's been fed up for 20-something years watching Will get demasculated. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it took him a long time before he actually told on Will.
saying, Will, like, you know, you buying a Ferrari, shopping sprees, getting private jets. You just came from being bankrupt. And you trying to impress this girl and about to go through a divorce. And you spending all this money trying to impress this chick that's from Baltimore, that's obviously promiscuous. Like, dude, get it together. And you know, I've been there before too. It's like sometimes when a woman is just really good in bed, it take a mental thing to shake that, to say, yo, this chick not, like, I'm cohabitating with a woman that I shouldn't be cohabitating with. And this is something that maybe just the men audience is going to understand. Like, you got to shake that thing because they're controlling you physically. But Jada being...
And you got to Harlem shake that thing. He's right. You know what I'm saying? But what? No sympathy. Now, it's all Jada's fault. Will's choice, Will's results. I agree with that too. That Will is definitely to blame because you are a dude, you know what I'm saying? And you're a grown man and you know what I'm saying? You got to shake it off. You got to shake it off. Like Mariah Carey said, shake it off because the loving ain't the same. And you keep on playing games. But you have not witnessed Jada Pinkett's Timberland boots. Hold on, we got to get back to the Timberland boots. I got to make you understand what Will was in love with. What Will was in love with. You know what I'm saying? The fact that this woman used to put these Timberland boots on and take Will to ecstasy without taking ecstasy, he was hooked on her. You know what I'm saying? Probably nobody never put Timberland boots on and blow his back out, allegedly, like how Jada Pinkett did. You know what I'm saying? So he allowed these things to happen to him because he was in love. You know what I'm saying? With the alleged strap on, with the alleged dildo action, and the alleged Timberland boots. But Bilal said he saw those Timberland boots. You know what I'm saying? And when you hear the way Bilal describe how she used to strangle Will and strangle Alfonso Alvarez and tell them to shut up, you know what I mean, when they would be begging her to stop, that might have made them have an orgasm in a certain way that in their world it was mind blowing. It was mind blowing. You know what I'm saying?
They dated.
Matter of fact, here we go, where he talk about the Timberland boots right here, and all the drugs Jada used to do before she would pound them out. She'd get real high.
So Jada thought I had something to do with this being stolen, right? And one thing that they allegedly did was report it stolen. So whoever comes out with this video or tape or anything have stolen property. They're going to jail, right? Okay. Now, that's why me and Jada's relationship got to be so toxic towards the end, because she thought I stole these videos. So they're videos of her with other people. But I saw some of the video. Mind you, when Jada at the house.
Any of them allegedly MC Light?
Yes.
I just had.
Why didn't you let me say that?
And the MC Light thing is not a surprise. We all know MC Light. You know what I mean? She's like a butch kind of dyke joint. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying that there was a freak off tape with MC Light. You know what I mean? Her fish sticks in the air. Jada's fish sticks in the air. Taco meets meat. You know what I'm saying? Funky all in the air. You know what I mean? On a tape that Bilal still may have. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably why he ended up in the hospital. Smash that like button.
I had that dog in this
Oh,
game.
goodness.
And I always felt like, in my opinion, that her and MC Light kind of had something going on, and they used men, Will and MC Light's husband, to cover it up.
So,
and then we had a lady that came to sit on the show that said she saw MC Light and Jada at a known gay club for lesbians in Hollywood all the time.
So let me just put it like this, because the tapes are going to surface. The tapes are going to surface.
I don't want to watch them. That's illegal.
Oh, no, listen. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The tapes are, that's why they reported stolen, but they didn't report me as the thief, right? But now let me tell you how I saw the tapes. So when Jada's home at Will house, not her other house, she allegedly has her wine. She has her something called Tushi. It's like a pink cocaine thing. It's popular in Colombia as well too, but it's like you get this.
Ecstasy and cocaine.
Yeah, it's like that mix, right? It's big in Colombia, right? And she got her ayahuasca or whatever it is. And she got her mushrooms. So she got her psychedelics, all this stuff. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, and high as a kite, right? Not
sitting there playing with herself, high as a kite. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, guys. As I told y'all, everybody smash that like button for Bilal. He's still alive. Everyone. We need 400 more likes. If you're happy to know, Tasha K confirmed that he's out the hospital. Okay? When I told y'all, people, I guess that wasn't good enough. But Tasha K confirmed he was in the hospital with pneumonia, which I don't believe. You know what I mean? Not saying Tasha's lying. He said he had pneumonia. But I think that that's what they told him. Because he also said he was in another car accident, that they tried to unalive him. You know what I mean? For him telling this information. Him saying all of this, and then he end up in the hospital. Let's get back to the Timberland boots.
Her psychedelics, all this stuff. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, and high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. This is why she think I saw them, and I saw some things that were unreal, and I saw celebrities on the tape.
Oh.
So, all right. So let's just say, so allegedly who I thought to be on the tape, well, one is a tape, because it's going to come out. So I'm letting people going to know.
Who did you see, Bilal? Okay. Tell the winos.
Okay. So now there's one tape allegedly who I thought appeared would be, there's Jada with a strap on top of Will. Then she's spitting in his face and choking him. That's one, right?
What I appeared to see. Bolao was being careful as he said that, but you didn't just appear to see that. Bolao knew what the hell he saw. I'm not gonna see Miss Alopecia strangling Will on a goddamn chair, and he's begging her to stop. Everyone put the boots in the chat. Put the Timberland boots in the chat. You know what I mean? And shout out to At the Lounge, man. You know what I'm saying? Because my baby, she discovered the Timberland boots emoji. Everybody put the Timberland boots in there. And this is why I think Will is so hooked on Jada. Whatever she did to him in them Timberland boots and that ball cap, blown his back out like that, he was so much in love, he couldn't take it.
So I want people to know when it came out, I'm the first person to talk about it.
Okay.
Then the other one was Alfonso Rivera. Don't want to talk about that because it ended up being a bloody mess, right? Now, but let me give you the backstory.
Go ahead.
About
You're
her.
telling the winos right now.
Right.
Go ahead.
So let me
they asked me in court, what did he tell you?
Right.
I don't know. Go ahead.
But it's all alleged
Because
anyway.
I don't watch my interviews back.
Right.
So go ahead.
So it's all alleged anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, and some of it's from my recollection.
Okay.
So, like I said, the Alfonso Rivera thing was a bloody mess. And that video, he is begging her to stop, right? And she's telling him to shut up, right? And on that video, Jada had on Timberlands and a fitted baseball cap with the strap on, right?
Wow. Everybody put the fitted cap and the Timberland boots in the chat, guys. This man was begging her to stop, and she's dressed like in the bedroom like she's from the Brooklyn Zoo. Like she from the Brooklyn Projects, or she from Marcy Projects somewhere. You know what I'm saying? With the Brooklyn zoo boots on, the old dirty bastard. Rest in peace, the old ODB. But she had the ODB Timberland boots. Look, we got the Timberland boots in a ball cap. Everybody, look, we need 300 more likes, guys. 300 more likes. Double tap that screen, and I'm accepting apologies for everybody who said, Jamil, we didn't believe that man was in the hospital. It was confirmed. I'll accept your apology. It's all good. It's all good. I forgive y'all for underestimating me. You know what I'm saying? I just hope next time I don't get treated like that.
So I want people to know when it came out, I'm the first person to talk about it.
Okay.
Then the other one was Alfonso Rivera. Don't want to talk about that because it ended up being a bloody mess, right? Now, but let me give you the backstory.
Go ahead.
About
You're telling
her.
the winos right now.
Right.
Go ahead.
So let me
they asked me in court, what did he tell you?
Right.
I don't know. Go ahead.
But it's all alleged
Because
anyway.
I don't watch my interviews back.
Right. So it's all alleged anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, and some of it's from my recollection.
Okay.
So, like I said, the Alfonso Rivera thing was a bloody mess. And that video, he is begging her to stop, right? And she's telling him to shut up, right? And on that video, Jada had on Timberlands and a fitted baseball cap with the strap on, right? And the reason why she got so much hate for Alfonso Rivera is because they dated way before. I'm not even gonna say dated, went it out a couple of times together.
Them Timberland boots, man, is crazy. Them Timberland boots is crazy as hell. Now, he said that they was going to get indicted, all types of stuff, and then he mysteriously ends up in the hospital. You know what I mean? Now, I'm going to let Tasha tell y'all again. You know what I'm saying? And make sure, put a one in the chat when y'all hear Tasha say that he was in the hospital for pneumonia. She just talked to him yesterday. Do y'all think that, put a one if y'all think that Jada and them try to unalive him again? Put a two in the chat if y'all don't think so.
And then what makes you happy and I should live this way because you say this is the way I should live. That is a freedom that, it's priceless. It's priceless, for real. Okay, real quick, I'll tell y'all this before we get into why we're here. Bilal is fine. Bilal had pneumonia. He got into another car accident, but he's out the hospital and he's fine. So please stop with the whole he's brain dead. I just spoke to him. He's good. Now, of course, does he think there was some type of conspiracy on him? Of course.
You hear that? He's out the hospital, guys. He's okay. He's not brain dead. And I apologize, Tasha, for pausing it with your eyes looking spooky like that. Pure the Bible. My apologize, Tasha. I did not mean to pause it. Then it got your eyes looking like they're two boiled eggs right there. Pure the Bible. But did you hear what Tasha K just said? Bilal thinks that they tried to unalive him again. As I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I apologize for pausing it, and it got Tasha looking like she's auditioning for a scary movie. Praise the Bible. I didn't mean that, Tasha. I didn't mean, give me a double egg. Give me one of them double eggs, Tasha. Praise the Bible. I didn't mean to do that, Tasha. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But Tasha confirmed it. She confirmed it.
And then what makes you happy? And I should live this way because you say this is the way I should live. That is a freedom that, it's priceless. It's priceless, for real. Okay, real quick, I'll tell y'all this before we get into why we're here. Bilal is fine. Bilal had pneumonia. He got into another car accident, but he's out the hospital and he's fine. So please stop with the whole he's brain dead. I just spoke to him. He's good. Now, of course, does he think there was some type of conspiracy on him? Of course. But I don't think there was a conspiracy on him because there's a lot of pneumonia going around in LA, hence why Ray J was in the hospital. A lot of celebrities in the hospital, even a few celebrities, non-celebrities that work with celebrities that I know that were hospitalized because of this pneumonia that's going around.
Wow. Everybody smash that like button if y'all think this whole pneumonia thing is a lie that they're doing to try to unalive these celebrities. Everybody should smash the like button right there. Yes. Like she said, all of these celebrities all at once. And then including Bilal, he ends up in the hospital and they say pneumonia to him, but then he was in a car accident too. Why would they call his car accident pneumonia? You see what I'm saying, y'all? Like Tasha just said, he was in a car accident. The first time he said they tried to run his car off the road. Did y'all hear him say that before? So now they try to run his car off the road again. And then he goes into the hospital. And I bet you they probably put something in his body. He passed the fuck out and told him, hey, you got pneumonia. Whatever. Yo, it's wild. But like I said, I'm grateful Tasha came out and confirmed that. You know what I'm saying? Because Bilal was saying too much about the Bashir Gray thing, him, Will and Diddy allegedly blowing his back out. And he said that Will Smith told him, shout out to Make It Make Sense, because he was on Make It Make Sense. And he told him that Will told him that him and Bashir was consensual, that they were going steady, that they were seeing each other, that he never R-worded him. We were going steady.
Will admitted to me that he had sex with Bashir Gray, but it was consensual, right? He said, you know Will made me, you know Diddy made me suck his penis, you know what's going on, you know Charlie made me suck. Well, I'm gonna give you a chapter from the book since I owed you something. Okay. In the book, in one of the chapters, they talk about mentorship. So I grabbed my husband, I said, listen, I don't know, I didn't know what happened. Nothing. I was just asked to come. Is this true? Yeah. No. I'm gonna let you. You about to see if it's true from the paperwork. Oh, we telling something.
And he had paperwork. And sweetheart, I'm not gonna lie. When I went on Bashir's Instagram, you know what I'm saying, this morning, trying to reach out to him, telling him, yeah, I talked to your sister, man. I'm glad. I know you at the hospital. Da da da. On his Instagram, he has a video with him and him. At the time that he said that Bashir came to him crying, saying that Diddy and Will blunked his back out, he has a video on his Instagram with him. So I'm like, for them to try to make it like Bilal just talking, he has the videos all on his Instagram with all of these celebrities. I'm like, you can't make that shit up. He can't make that up. That's probably why it's like, we got to unalive him, because he knows too much. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we need 200 more likes. Everybody double tap that screen. Smash that like button. All these demons need to go to prison. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Look, and ain't nobody questioning the hospital thing now. Nobody's in here saying, Jamil, no, he wasn't. Because Tasha confirmed it. Man.
That got paperwork involved. You know, he's surrounded by a whole lot of strength. He's surrounded by a whole lot of love. And all he has to do is add discipline.
And look how dumbfounded that boy look. Do you look at his eyes when Will's saying this? Look at his eyes. Watch his eyes. He looked like he just have to agree.
We telling something that got paperwork involved. You know, he's surrounded by a whole lot of strength. He's surrounded by a whole lot of love. And all he has to...
Look how he looking at Will. Yeah, you talking about I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of love. You's a goddamn lie. Pure survival. He's looking at Will right now like you telling these people a whole lie. I'm not surrounded by love. I'm surrounded by a gang of back blower outers. Pure survival. That's all I'm surrounded by is a bunch of back blower outers with a whole bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? To pay for silence. Look at it. He look like he don't agree with nothing Will's saying right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm sorry for pausing it, guys.
Paperwork. Oh, we telling something that got paperwork involved. You know, he's surrounded by a whole lot of strength. He's surrounded by a whole lot of love. And all he has to do is add discipline, and he gonna be all right.
It's like Uncle Will, you know? Who is best to give you advice? And as well.
And that's the shit that he gotta say, guys. Pay attention to this. He said that's like Uncle Will. Do y'all know that celebrity, the dude that just had to turn himself into jail, that he inappropriately was tickling and doing something to a 7 and 8 year old, that white dude that just turned himself into jail, he told them little kids to call him uncle. To call him uncle. And now, most seriously, this boy in Hollywood had to call Will uncle. I'm not saying you did it, Will, but I'm saying this is that what they tell you in Hollywood? Call these grown ass men your uncles and shit and your aunties? You know what I mean? Smash that like button, guys. We're in the building.
A whole lot of love, and all he has to do is add discipline, and he gonna be all right.
It's like Uncle Will, you know? Who is best to give you advice? And it's Will Smith, and I'm getting so much good advice.
A lot of stuff is about to come out about Will, Jada, and Charlie Mack. It is gonna be unbelievable.
They're both bisexual. They do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bashir Gray.
And I don't know if Meek got his back blown out, but I know we heard a video or audio. Did y'all hear that audio where it was allegedly supposed to have been Diddy taking it to Meek Mill's cakes? It sound whoever was in that room that Diddy was blowing out, or blowing Diddy's back out. It was rough. It was rough to listen to. You know what I'm saying? It was like rough. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was going ham on somebody's cakes. But like I said, Bilal was already telling on these people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad that he survived. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that he's out the hospital. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that his sister reached out to me. I appreciate her. And I can't wait for Bilal to come out. When Tasha K have him come back on, I hope they ask him about his sister, or he just mentions his sister. If he does, for all the people that I told that to, oh, they better owe me an apology. Smash that like button, guys.
In the book, we cover what really happened. We go through every timeline, and by me being there, I tell you what really happened. Not that crafted stories that you've been hearing about people. Like all of this right here is from me. This is all from me in pro se, right? Because
all the paperwork.
I really believe that I'm going to be blessed for doing this, because now other people who have been abused, right, who have been hurt, and not from just these celebrities, but for other celebrities. You got to fight. If you're not willing to fight, who you think going to join you? Who going to join you? So it's time for everybody that got a story, a credible story, I should say, to start the process.
Because you got to imagine, I lost just about everything over the last 2 years. Everything. But now.
Yeah, listen. We need 200 more likes in here for Bilal, guys. Do you hear what he's saying? We have to stand up and fight, not just these celebrities, all of them celebrities that's been doing all this nasty shit. He stepped up to expose everybody, got the book, brought the paperwork to Tasha K, all of that, risked his life, clearly. He risked his life, risked his tasty cakes, risked getting his vegan back blown out. He got a vegan back. You know what I mean? He tried to get his back healthy and did it all for us. And this is the thanks that he's getting and the thanks that I'm getting. I was accused of making up the story about him being in the hospital. Thank God Tasha K came out and said he was for pneumonia. Go on my channel and look 2 days ago what my videos say. Bilal in the hospital for pneumonia. I told y'all first, and y'all betrayed me. Y'all betrayed me. We need 200 more likes.
A credible story, I should say, to start the process. Because you got to imagine, I lost just about everything over the last 2 years. Everything. But not my dignity, not my pride, and not my faith. Because what I did wrong was, after that accident, I feared Will and Jada. And I'm not supposed to fear no one but God. And
after that accident, he feared Will and Jada when he's supposed to fear God. You know what accident he talking about? The first car accident where he said that they tried to run him off the road. Tasha just said that he was in another car accident and they said he had pneumonia in the hospital. That's crazy. I would be scared to drive again if these people keep getting behind me and then trying to knock me off the road.
Pride and not my faith. Because what I did wrong was, after that accident, I feared Will and Jada. And I'm not supposed to fear no one but God. And that oh man, that pain. You don't know how many nights I cried on that I feared man more than God. Damn.
Wow. That's deep. That's deep. And when he say he feared man, you got to understand, Jada is more of the man, allegedly, than Will, from what we saw, Pills of Bible. She the one who wears the Timberland boots around the house. And he feared man. He feared man, which was Jada. You know what I mean? And feared those boots. Feared them boots. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jada got me all messed up in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I came, man, listen, I imagine that I came, you know what I'm saying, home and like my woman had those Timberland boots sitting in the corner. I would think that she's trolling me. Like, I know she know I'm funny. She funny too, so she probably be doing it on some comedy shit, Pure Survival, trying to scare me. I'm like, sweetheart, what is these Timberland boots doing right here? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? But she'll be trolling me. You see what I'm saying? But I'll be scared of them boots.
Wells, Bilal.
Yeah.
Everything's alleged, but my name's alleged. We just sipped the wine. We wasn't there.
Oh, and let me tell people the title of the book.
Please.
It's called 38 Years with Will and Jada Smith Memoir. And the subtitle is I Am Whistleblower.
Thank you for my phone.
We need that book. We need that book. We need that book.
Balls, and he's taking.
We need that book.
What they do when when them vicious goons come,
yes.
them lawyers, because they the real gangsters.
Yes.
These people that's in the street, y'all not gangsters.
Yes.
Man, these lawyers and these people that I'm fighting, what's the clown name? Alan B. Gorski, right? That's Jada's lawyer. Now, just really quick, because this is actually funny, but informative, right? So Will and Jada wrote and produced a movie. And well, she wrote, produced, and she wanted to direct the movie. Okay. But she didn't want to Will didn't want to put the money up, allegedly. Jada didn't want to put the money up. They go begging to all the studios, oh, give me money for Jada's movie. Well, obviously the movie was bad. So they convinced this rich guy, the real estate developer, to put up the money. But now, from me being around them, it was all flim-flam. because Jada was just trying to get the movie out there and nobody wanted to put up these millions of dollars.
Wow. So her skills went so down the drain that whatever movie she was trying to do, it flopped before we even knew about it. But Bilal knew about the movie, Pure Survival. That's why he's smiling right there, talking about the movie. He's smiling like a fat kid that's about to, his parents about to take him to McDonald's, Pure Survival. You know what I mean? And you remember when you was young and you whatever your favorite restaurant was. Mine was McDonald's. Mom, we can go to McDonald's. He got the mom, we about to go to McDonald's. Like just talking about how Jada Pinkett's book had flopped. Well, movie she was trying to do flopped. He got the mom, I'm about to go, we going to McDonald's face. You know what I'm saying? We only need 100 more likes, guys. Everybody double tap that screen for Bilal. He's out of the hospital. So please, everybody, you do not got to stalk Tasha K no more. You don't have to stalk Tasha K no more. You can stalk me. Because I seen everybody on her live kept asking her all day, but Bilal, was he in the hospital? Is he in the hospital? She's like, yes, he was in the hospital, but he's out the hospital. He's not brain dead, da-da-da-da. That's what they said at first. So I was like, goodness gracious, they would not let Tasha live. They just was asking her all through the thing. They said, well, we don't believe Jamil because Jamil a comedian. You know what I mean? He might be just trolling us. Come to find out I was telling the truth. Pure Survival. Y'all treated me like that. That was a slap in the face like Will Smith. How y'all just abandoned me like that. Y'all abandoned me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all abandoned me.
But now, from me being around them, it was all flim-flam. Because Jada was just trying to get the movie out there and nobody wanted to put up these millions of dollars. So, they hype dude up. Oh, man, we going to do this. We going to do that. We going to do this. Right? So he gives them the money. Right? The movie flops. So the guy hits them, start saying, listen, when am I going to get my money? Y'all said y'all was going to do this, and that. Right? So what Jada and Will did, they sued this guy. It's public information, right? They sued this guy before he could sue them. And the lawyer that I got, who I consider to be a dirtbag, this guy coming to court with a suit that looks like, I'm looking like the lawyer in court. It looked like he rolled out of bed with a suit on and then he smelled of alcohol.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Tasha T. Tasha T, 44, said, my apologies, Unc. Shout out to Tasha T, y'all. We're going to show Tasha T some love because at least Tasha T, she accept responsibility for underestimating me during survival. And I don't blame you, Tasha, because Tasha, I know it was a very crazy story for me to come out, Tasha T, telling everybody, yo, look, Bilal's in the hospital. He got pneumonia. His sister hit me up. I know it was wild, but it blew my mind too, Tasha. It had blown my mind. It blew my mind. I'd rather it blow my mind than blow my back out. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the fact that at least you can stand up and say, damn, Jamil, I ain't believe your motherfucking ass either at first. See, I ain't mad at that. You know what I mean? I be mad at the motherfuckers that don't want to tell the truth. Like to say, no, Jamil, like I did think you was lying, funny motherfucker. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Players fuck up. But no, I definitely wasn't capping at that time. Now, you know what I mean? Do I got times where I may be capping? Yeah, but that one I wasn't. Smash that like button, guys. We only need 100 more likes. Just 100 more likes. You dig me?
Side of the courtroom, right? So I'm looking at this guy, right? Like, and this is my opinion. And I'm just like, oh man, he got Argyle socks. The electricity is out of the Argyle socks. Like, they're drooping down. So I said, oh, they send a guy that's willing to say this. They send a guy that's willing to do anything in court, right? To prevent the evidence from coming out, right? So this lawyer should be ashamed of himself. And this is the lawyer that Will and Jada got when they Flim flam the dude out of the money.
How
right?
much money?
Oh, we're talking millions for a movie that Jada produced, right? I don't want to go into it.
What was the movie?
I forgot. Was it Human Contact or whatever? You can Google it. Just put it in there. You got research.
And the real estate developer, you think he'll talk to me?
Oh, I hope so. I'm trying to get in touch with him. Listen, if you see this, hey, hit me up, because right now, whoever has credible information on Will and Jada, right? Because I had a bunch of people
You trying to put them into a RICO?
Yes. No alleged.
Wow. He said no allegedly. Will and Jada will be getting a RICO. So this is why they try to take him out. You know what I mean? Quinetta, what's her name? Quinetta 3431. She said, I believed you. I knew you wasn't going to lie and risk it all. Pure survival. Thank you so much, Quinetta. I know I might be messing your name up, but you understand. I'm trying to figure it out. But thank you. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? Belfest B Mac 10. Welcome to the Pure Survival channel. We got Belfest B Mac just became a member to my channel. Shout out to you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? We got members coming in, guys. Now, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Everybody is being honest. You know what I'm saying? You really do a good job. Man, listen, y'all making me feel so good. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is why he was in the hospital, guys. I really think they tried to unalive him again because of this interview. This last interview. Because there's no way that he went to the hospital right after this. Tried to run him off the road again. And then called it pneumonia. I believe it's all because of this. This RICO shit he say.
Whoever has credible information on Will and Jada, right? Because I had a bunch of people
that trying to put them into a RICO.
Yes. No alleged, no nothing. Yes, because even what they did with that, they end up going to arbitration and mediation with the dude to try to work it out of the public. You understand what I'm saying? And my thing is, even when Charlie Mack tried to get in touch with me, offer money, I don't want that dirty money. It's going to be no, and I needed that money. You got to imagine, I've been sustaining myself for over 2 years. Now I'm in litigation that costs money. Oh, I needed that money. But I know if I took that money, that money that's devil money. And I didn't do it. So
and we gotta respect him. Smash that like button for Bilal not taking the devil's money. He did not take the devil's money. They tried to pay him for his silence, and Bilal did not take the devil's money. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And as you see, this seat is damn near like holding on for dear life. So you see Bilal still has his back. He didn't get his back blown out. Look, he still got his back. This seat is damn near about to hit the floor. So you know that he still got his back because that seat wouldn't have that much weight on it like that. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't take the money. He didn't sacrifice his tasty cakes, nor did he sacrifice his back getting blown out. So y'all got to give him that much. Y'all got to smash that like button for that much.
Anybody want to send cash apps or whatever, or want to support my movement, hopefully you can put the cash app up.
What is it?
It's BBOPULENT. So it's the money sign BB.
That's right, Bilal. He doing it independent.
Now I'm only down to 4. But I got the information. They gave me the information, everything. So I don't know if a RICO is going to happen. I don't know that. But now I know that I'm gathering enough proof. And after these cases are over, I'll have enough proof to, in my opinion, so that a criminal investigation can start on Will and Jada Smith for all the things they've been hiding and all the people they've been hurting. This is who this is for. This ain't for me, because I could have took the money. I could have been...
So he was trying to set up that RICO. And this is why they put that man in the hospital. And for the people who just coming in the building that didn't hear Tasha's case say he was in the hospital, I'm going to let y'all hear it.
And then what makes you happy? And I should live this way because you say this is the way I should live. That is a freedom that, it's priceless. It's priceless, for real. Okay, real quick, I'll tell y'all this before we get into why we're here. Bilal is fine. Bilal had pneumonia. He got into another car accident, but he's out the hospital and he's fine. So please stop with the whole he's brain dead. I just spoke to him. He's good. Now, of course, does he think there was some type of conspiracy on him? Of course. But I don't think there was a conspiracy on him because there's a lot of pneumonia going around in LA, hence why Ray J was in the hospital. A lot of celebrities in the hospital, even a few celebrities, non-celebrities that work with celebrities that I know that were hospitalized because of this pneumonia that's going around. So
Shout out to Tasha K, guys. Smash that like button. The only thing I'm gonna say, Tasha, is I'm not buying the the pneumonia thing. And I know you know, Tasha, how they saying that pneumonia thing going around in LA, all in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that is the way of them trying to unalive you and make a certain condition that they can put on it. Hey, it's the pneumonia. You know what I'm saying? Why would Bilal catch pneumonia out of nowhere right after this interview he did with her that went ultra viral? Don't y'all think that that's mysterious? Put a one in the chat if y'all think that that's crazy. Excuse me. Bilal went to the hospital after that interview. Don't y'all think that's wild as hell? The moment he goes up there and say, look, I got the book, I got the paperwork, Will and Jada is going down, we doing a federal indictment, da-da-da-da. He exposed that they tried to kill him once before. She said he had pneumonia, he out the hospital, which I told y'all yesterday that he's out the hospital. And I also told y'all his sister said that they allegedly shifted him, transferred him to a nut house, a mental home. He also said up there that they try to place you in facilities and get you to check into stuff so they can make it like you're crazy. So I feel like they're trying to set the stage up right now to make it like Bilal didn't know what he was talking about on these platforms. Don't listen to him. He stole off. He's suffering from pneumonia. Like, I don't believe it. You know?
I'm just letting you know that. But we're here, and then what makes you happy? And I should live this way because you say this is the way I should live. That is a freedom that it's priceless. It's priceless for real. Okay, real quick, I'll tell y'all this before we get into why we're here. Bilal is fine. Bilal had pneumonia. He got into another car accident, but he's out the hospital.
You heard that? Bilal had pneumonia. He got into another car accident, but he's fine now. He's out the hospital. How do two things like that happen to you at one time? You get into another car accident, and the first one he said he believes that Jada and them ran him off the road. Some people that they hired. You know what I'm saying? And then you get pneumonia at the same time. I've been in car accidents, like at least like 5 in my life. I've never got pneumonia during the car accident. Wow. Now my shoulder was hurting like a motherfucker. but how did it turn into pneumonia? I know my car accidents turn into headaches, pain, shit like that. But pneumonia though? And I don't blame Tasha. Tasha's going off of what Bilal told her. And ladies and gentlemen, Tasha says she's going to have him come back up on her platform. And I can't wait for Bilal to explain what they tried to do to him again. You know what I'm saying? And I believe he probably going to give me a huge shout out and thank me for giving his sister a voice. Giving his sister a voice. And everybody kept saying, well, Jamil, why don't you put his sister information out there? I'm like, I'm not putting her information out there. She already asked me, can I please not do nothing like that? And I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But what I did do is what she asked me to do, is to tell y'all what the people was telling her. In whatever country that he got into this accident or whatever, how he ended up in the hospital. Because she was telling me to also tell y'all she wasn't believing what they were saying. Go look at my live yesterday. I literally kept telling y'all, look, she's saying that she don't believe that he's brain dead. She's saying that she don't believe that none of that he's in a mental facility, that they're lying about that. I was telling y'all she said that. And Tasha just only confirmed everything that I was saying to y'all. But I was just being blunt, flat out, telling y'all what's being told though. Shout out to RS11, just hit that super chat, pure survival. RS11, salute to you. You know what I mean? Like you're first to hit the super chat. After I risk my life and risk my tasty cakes and risk getting my back blown out to the wall. They wouldn't have been satisfied till I came up here to go live and my back is stuck to the wall. I'm going live, but my back is stuck to the wall because my shit done got blown to the wall. All because I'm sitting here trying to tell y'all what these demons is doing in Hollywood. Pure Bible. Risking my whole back being implanted into the wall. You see what I'm saying? But thank you so much. And they had doubted me. And shout out to all the people who didn't doubt me and the people who admitted that, hey, Jamil, I made a mistake, motherfucker. You know you're silly as shit. Which I totally understand that. You know what I mean? Because if I watch me, I'll be cracking up too. Like, this dude is bull crapping. He's funny the motherfucker, though. Let him go. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny, yo. Like, motherfucker get in here and be like, yo, you sound like Bernie Mac. And I'll be like, yo, that's a compliment. Cool. Shout out to Bernie. But Bernie is one. There is no other. Just like it's me. I'm one. I've never tried to sound like somebody as a kid. I didn't want to be nobody but me. But the fact of the matter is my age and the fact that I come from the Def Jam years and I was raised off of Eddie and guys like that, back in that time, and people in real time that never heard me before is finally hearing me, so they hear the similarities. You know what I mean? That's fine if you hear the similarities, but if you think that I'm trying to sound like a motherfucker, you know how hard that would have to be if I had to sit here to talk like a motherfucker? No, this is how I talk, goddammit. I don't know how to imitate a motherfucker. If anybody, I would be imitating Eddie Murphy. That's who I grew up off. That's who raised me. It was Eddie, then it was Martin, the Wayne's family, Jim Carrey. I come from a living color. Like, I come from that time. You know what I'm saying? Bernie was years later. You know what I mean? House Party 3, shit like that. And I got love for him, but I wasn't raised from Bernie. I was raised from motherfucking Eddie. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody, man, that came in the building. You know what I'm saying? And Tasha confirmed it, man. Bilal was in the hospital, guys. Like Jamil said. Yeah, Richard was a bad motherfucker, too. Now, I mean, I just wasn't raised off of Richard. But Eddie was raised off of Richard. You see what I'm saying? So Eddie had the spirit of him and Richard in him. You know what I mean? And then me, you know, as a little boy, and then people be asking me, they're like, Jamil, won't you should do stand-up. Guys, for the people who don't know this, I came to YouTube from stand-up. Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? So if you ever want to see me do stand-up comedy, all you got to do is go into the YouTube search bar and put Jamil Peterson stand-up comedy performance. Okay? Then you will see, oh shit, the nigga really does do stand-up. Here's the Bible. You know what I'm talking about? But they don't pay me enough to get me to come back to do the shit. Not right now. Like, one of these days, I'm going to do a show, and I'm going to tell y'all which city I'm going to be at, and I'm going to make sure all of y'all come. You know what I'm saying? Where I know that we're gonna bring all the shit back. But we're going to have a good time. But I come from stand-up. You know what I'm saying? So if that's when people who say that, Jamil, you should do stand-up. Look, I'd be like, motherfucker, I've been doing that shit since I was 9. You know? But yes, Tasha K confirmed it. Bilal was in the hospital. We're going to hear it one more time.
And then what makes you happy? And I should live this way because you say this is the way I should live. That is a freedom that, you know, it's priceless. It's priceless, for real. Okay, real quick, I'll tell y'all this before we get into why we're here. Bilal is fine. Bilal had pneumonia. He got into another car accident, but he's out the hospital and he's fine. So please stop with the whole he's brain dead. I just spoke to him. He's good. Now, of course, does he think there was some type of conspiracy on him? Of course. But I don't think there was a conspiracy on him because there's a lot of pneumonia going around in LA, hence why Ray J was in the hospital. A lot of celebrities in the hospital, even a few celebrities, non-celebrities that work with celebrities that I know that were hospitalized because of this pneumonia that's going around.
And I'm sorry, guys. I don't think Bilal had pneumonia. I believe what Bilal said. He believed that they tried to unalive him again. And now that it's been confirmed, you know what I'm saying, by Tasha K and the winos, I'm just going to wait for Bilal to speak again. I'm happy that he's out the hospital. That's all I wanted to, you dig me. That's all I wanted to do. That's good to know you seem like a comedian. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Brother Bible. And don't forget, if you go to Jamil Peterson, stand-up comedy performance, you can see me on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't put like a up-to-date one. So if you're looking at me do stand-up on there, that shit is from like 4 or 5 years ago. But you still would know from watching a stand-up performance from me from 5 years ago that I'm better than Michael Jackson. Pure survival. It's like, no. But I've never always wanted to be the best. You know what I mean? I always just like to bring people laughter, joy, and shit like that. You know what I mean? I always let the audience judge that. If they want to say, oh, Jamil, you was the best out of all 5 niggas. I didn't say it. The audience said it. You know what I mean? I don't do knock knock who is it jokes. I talk about my real life. So whatever I was going through at that time, you're gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And when I do another show and when I get everybody to come from all over the world now, the whole goal was to build the platform first. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, fuck it. I've been going all over the world doing stand-up, but I don't have a platform. That's why I came to YouTube, to build the audience, to get y'all all over the world. So now if I say I'm gonna do a show, I know all you niggas is gonna show up. Pure survival. Boots on ground. And I want y'all to come with the Jada Pinkett boots. I want everybody to show up with the Jada Pinkett boots. You know, if I tell y'all I'm doing a comedy show in this state right here, everybody put the boots that y'all gonna wear in the motherfucking chat. If everybody's gonna come in the Jada Pinkett boots, put the boots in the damn chat. I want the boots. You don't gotta bring the dildo, but bring the boots. And the ball cap. You gotta put the fitted cap in. Yes, baby. I know you're gonna be there with the boots and the ball cap. No, bring the ball cap. Loving myself. Bring those boots. You gotta get in with the boot. If you bring the boots, you can get in for free. You know what I mean? If you bring the boots, you can get in for free. And if you come in with your hair shaved and this shit is orange, if you come in with the Jada Pinkett, the Miss Alopecia cut, oh, we're going to let you come in for the next few shows. If you come in like a twin Jada Pinkett, pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to everybody, man. Once again, we did an epic live pure survival.